Hey garden friends, I'm Nikki from Proven Winners Direct, and I have 7 more pretties to show you this week for plant of the day. So every day this week we're going to be featuring a new plant at 40% off. If there's more than one that you absolutely have to have, you can purchase as many as you want on Monday from 12 until 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and get them all at that great discount. I have some really pretty shrubs this week that are bursting in blooms. Can't wait to show you. We make it super easy for you to shop. In the description of the video, we've linked all of the plants that we're about to show you, so you can click and it'll take you right to the product page. And while you're down there clicking around, if you want to give us a like and subscribe, we will love you forever. So let's get to the pretty plants. Our first plant of the day is Supertunia Picasso in purple. It is perfect for Halloween time. If you are decorating for fall, this purple and green just reminds me of, I don't know, cute little witches in the striped tights or something. Picasso is super versatile in containers, in the ground, hanging baskets, however you so choose to plant her, she will work well for you. It has this gorgeous purple center and a lime green edge. It's a gorgeous bicolor bloom, and it really pairs well with a lot of things. You can pair it with whites, you can pair it with purples, you can pair it with pinks, whatever your heart's desire. This is the perfect suitor for all of your combinations. So as with all of our Supertunias, it grows with this beautiful mounding trailing habit. It can trail up to 2 feet long. So it's this gorgeous showcase bloomer. Just make sure that you're placing her in part to full sun wherever you decide to plant her. If you're in colder climates and decorating for fall, or you're still just putting out a refresh if you're in a warmer climate and you just need some new annuals to make it look pretty, Picasso in purple is your girl. Our next plant of the day is the Blew My Mind Dwarf Morning Glories. And these are a beautiful true blue bloom. So if you love those true blues, they are hard to find. The Blew My Mind is exactly that. And they have this really cute trailing habit. They kind of creep over the containers. So cute, and it just pushes out this beautiful flush of those true blue blooms. So it has this really great trailing habit. And I don't want to say creepy, but it creeps, kind of creeps over the containers, and that green, silvery, fuzzy foliage just adds a lot of texture, and it's just a cool element to add to your space. And then those beautiful clouds of the true blue that you're going to see from the street. So they mix great. You can grow them in the ground, and it creeps and trails everywhere as well. Containers, ground, hanging basket, wherever you like, just make sure they are planted in full sun. So it's going to stretch to be about 16 inches, and it stays at a nice even height. Blew My Mind Dwarf Morning Glory. Our next plant of the day is the Opening Act PinkADot Phlox. That is a tongue twister, but it is a gorgeous plant. So this is a perennial. It's hardy in zones 4 through 8. It only gets to be about 2.5 feet tall and wide. As you can see, it's got a really nice bushy habit. Again, late season, so these guys are on their way out and headed to dormancy, but you can kind of tell it's got this beautiful cloud of like almost a true white, and then it's got this deep pink star in the center. So gorgeous blooms just cover the plant all summer long. They do bloom a little bit earlier than a typical garden phlox. The great thing about the Opening Act phloxes is that they're disease and mildew resistant. So if you've had garden phlox in the past and you struggle with that powdery mildew, these guys do not have that problem. It's super easy to grow and care for, as most perennials. Part sun to full sun. You can kind of stick it anywhere. It doesn't get too awful big. And obviously it's got this gorgeous green foliage. I love the wispy look. And so, you know, as the blooms end, you trim those guys back, and you still have a beautiful plant that's just gonna last you all season. And every year it just comes back better and better. Opening Act PinkADot Phlox. Our next plant of the day is the Encore Ornamental Grass, and I love this perennial. It's this big, gorgeous clump of tall green foliage, and then on the top, these gorgeous coppery purple plumes just explode, and they fade to this gorgeous tan color, so it's like these amazing feathers just moving and swaying in the wind. Stunning. So it gets 6.5 feet tall, about 4 feet wide, so it's got a really nice upright habit. It's perfect for a privacy screen, and they grow super fast. So even in this size pot, which is a trade gallon pot, within 2 years, I'm guessing that this guy is gonna be, you know, reaching its full mature height. So if you're looking for privacy fast, this is the perfect perennial for that. And it's super easy to grow and care for. Now, obviously the one I'm holding isn't the most magnificent. It's a perennial, it is getting ready to go dormant. So as you can tell, there's some stalks in here that are turning brown, completely normal, but now is the perfect time to plant perennials because it's gonna establish that great root system in the fall and then just start booming for you in the spring. Part sun to full sun, it's hardy in zones 5 through 8, easy peasy, gorgeous privacy screen. Our next plant of the day is the Limelight Prime Panicle Hydrangea, one of my personal favorites. Now, Limelight quickly became one of our best-selling hydrangeas, and so Proven Winners is like, let's make it better. So some of the improvements from the Limelight Prime is that it has a longer bloom time. It blooms a little bit earlier than the original Limelight, so you get a longer season of those beautiful, gorgeous blooms. The colors are a bit richer and more vibrant, and so it starts off with that really great lime green, and it transitions into that deep, deep, beautiful maroonish red in the fall, which that's where they all are right now, and it's simply stunning. And it has stronger stems. So, you know, as with any panicle hydrangeas, those blooms are super big, and so it's going to create some flop, right? Especially as they're new and young and growing. So the primes have stronger stems to lessen that from happening. Another great thing about the primes over the original Limelights is they're much smaller in size. So the original Limelights get from like 6 to 8 feet tall, but these stay from 4 to 6 feet tall and wide. So if you love the Limelights but you don't have the space, Prime is your girl. They are hardy in zones 3 through 8, so we can really plant them just about anywhere. They are one of my favorite hydrangeas because they are consistent. I don't have to mess with them. I don't have to fool with them. Sometimes I prune them to the ground. Sometimes I'm careful in my selections of which stems I'm pruning. No matter what I do, it comes back bigger and more beautiful season after season. Limelight Prime. Our next plant of the day is the double play candy corn Spyra, perfect for fall. So the candy corn is actually one of the most colorful double play Spyras Proven Winners has. It starts off early spring in this gorgeous vibrant red. It transitions to the pineapple yellow lime green that you see here. And then in the fall, the new growth emerges and it's this beautiful orange, which is starting to happen. Now, to top all of that off, late spring, early summer, it has these beautiful, vibrant purple blooms that just blanket the top of the shrub. Simply gorgeous. So if you are looking to add color, this is the easiest way to do that. It will be a showstopper from the street. So these guys are super easy to care for as well. It's kind of one of those plant it and forget it shrubs. They are hardy in zones 3 through 8. They only get to be about 2 to 2.5 feet tall and wide, so you can tuck them in anywhere, and they're just gonna push out this magnificent color that you will love year after year. Our last plant of the day is the Miss Molly butterfly bush, and isn't she gorgeous? This is a very unique color for a buddleia. It's gonna be the closest to red you can find. Obviously, it's really vibrant, so you can see it from a long distance away, and it has a more refined habit than some of the other buddleias. So it's really easy to squeeze into your sunny landscapes. Miss Mollies are hardy in zones 5 to 9, and they only get to be about 4 to 5 feet tall and wide. So again, they fit really nicely into the landscape and they keep a nice habit. The butterflies and hummingbirds swarm these plants and they smell so good. I wish you could smell through YouTube because it's heaven in here. They don't require a whole lot of maintenance. You don't have to deadhead these beautiful blooms. Just make sure you're planting them in a nice sunny spot. That wraps up another episode of Plant of the Day. I hope that you learned something new or found some plants that you're really excited to add to your own garden. If you have any questions about any of the plants we went over, feel free to leave us a comment below. Be happy to do our best to answer them. Or if there's a plant that you've been dying to see on Plant of the Day, let us know and we will do our best to accommodate. Thank you for watching and happy planting.